And I saw this in the envelope comes and you looked it up and you're like, yes. That feels thin.
It's 7 o'clock. I'd like to call to order the Tuesday, January 21st, 2020 meeting of the Planning and Zoning Committee. This is a regular meeting. First item on the agenda is approval of the minutes for December 6th. I'm sorry, for bookkeeping purposes. All the members are present except for Mr. James Goldberg. So moving to item number 1, approval of minutes from 16 December 2019 Planning and Zoning Commission regular meeting. They're underneath tab 1. If everyone had a chance to underneath tab 1, let's review the meeting minutes, and then we'll get I'll entertain a motion.
I recommend approval of minutes of December 16th.
Great. I have a motion.
I'll second.
I have a second. Motion by Mr. Moss, second by Ms. Mitchell. All in favor? That's unanimous. Great. Item number 2. Consider an act upon request by Randy Erdley, Wire Associates Incorporated to approve a replat for Sunnyvale Commons retail lots 3R1 and 3R2 of Block A located at or about 184 South Commons Road. That's underneath tab 2. Rashad.
Chairman, Commission, the property was originally designed and received a site plan approval back in 2006. At that time, they went ahead and developed phase 1. The property was phased out into 2 phases. Where you see the existing building is sitting lot 3R2, and the remaining pads in the rear were constructed. In 2016, the overall property was replatted into 3 lots. The two lots in the rear, and then what now is proposed lot 3R2 and lot 3R1 was 1 lot. The new property owner has proposed to subdivide those lots, and in order to do that, they received a variance from the Board of Adjustment with regard to setbacks only. If you keep in mind, we recently amended our lot dimensions in October of 2019. They got their variance right before that. So the acreage, the size, the square footage, it meets those criteria, but it does not meet the setbacks. So even at this time, they would adhere for the most part, but the setbacks or the variances they received for the setbacks would still be required. They're just following up. They want to finish out the development and develop lot 3R1, which is an existing pad, and construct a building that is similar to the one that's already existing. They'll follow that up with a site plan next month.
Okay. Thank you. I'd like to go ahead and open the public meeting. I'm sorry, is the applicant?
I do not see them here. I'll leave it up to you whether or not you would like to proceed. I don't have an issue with this myself. It's a planning procedure, it's administrative, and staff has reviewed it. There's not necessarily any changes. Now, if this was a site plan, yeah, I would be concerned, but it's just the lines on the paper creating a lot.
Did he give you did he or she give you formal notice that they would not be attending?
No.
I'd like to go ahead and open the public meeting. Or close the public meeting. I think we've had issues where people haven't shown up before in the past. We've allowed them to still have a vote, right?
Yeah, it's left up to you. It depends on if the item's contentious or they have people speaking. Obviously, we don't have anybody here tonight to speak on the item. And I will say it has to go to council as well. So
Sure.
we'll make certain that they're there.
My personal see is pretty straightforward unless anyone in the commission strongly objects. And essentially taking a lot and dividing the 2 separate lots.
And Board of Adjustments considered variances and gave their approval.
discussion, happy to take a motion.
Okay. Mr. Chairman, I recommend that the approval of the replat of Sunnyvale Collins Estates retail lots 3R1 and 3R2 of Block A located at or about 184 South College Road.
Great, have a motion?
I'll second.
Have a second. So motion by Mr. Moss, second by Mr. Klein. All in favor? Great. Anyone opposed? That's great. So moving along, consider an act upon request, this is item number 3, under tab 3 of our book. Consider an act upon request by Doug Stewart, that's Texas Heritage Survey, to approve a minor plat for Woodland Acres, lots 1 and 2 of Block 1, located at or about 360 Michael Lane. Shop.
Chairman, Commission, the applicant is represented, the owner of 3 residential lots, actually I believe he is the owner, 360 Michael Lane. The request is to plat the tracts into 2 lots. The applicant received variances in order to create these proposed lots based on their existing dimensions. They don't necessarily adhere to our current standards, but the variances were received because it wasn't hardship. He's not able to acquire any additional land to meet the requirements to subdivide. The Lot 1 and Lot 2 are owned by the property owner. The idea is to eventually create conforming lots to develop new homes or sell to develop a new home on Lot 2. As noted, we received variances. Staff has no further comments.
Would the applicant like to come up and speak?
Sure.
Sir, we just need your name and address for the record.
Yeah, Dallas Watland, 360 Michael Lane.
Anything to add, subtract,
Pretty straightforward.
clarify?
Yeah, no, that's it.
So it sounds like you want to keep lot 2 and then maybe,
No, we want to keep lot 1 and sell off lot 2.
it sounds like you got variances based upon the idea that you couldn't obtain more land.
Correct.
Great, thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Oh, does anyone else have a question or comment for the applicant? Could I hold a meeting? Seeing no one wants to speak in this topic, I'll close public meeting. Commission?
I'd like to go and make a motion to approve a minor plat for lot 1 acres, lots 1 and 2, block 1, located at or about 360 Michael Lane.
Second.
Great, I have a motion. Ms. Mitchell and second, Mr. Sadler for approval. All in favor? Great. Unanimous. Seeing no, I know there's something else I need to say, like I know there's some legal thing in here. Yeah, that's right, no, like a sugar. I need to call for a motion
To adjourn.
that's right, that's what I was forgetting. Well, seeing there's no more business.
Mr. Chairman, I'd like to make a motion to adjourn.
I'll second.
Great, I have a motion and a second to adjourn this meeting at 7:08. All in favor? Great.
I was looking at my watch, I was like, I think I got a speed record.
Ken just wanted to hear himself talk sometimes. You know it's true, Sean.
Like, we go to council next. I'll send a